Welcome to Flip Your Chips. Let's grow.
Hey, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. All right. So welcome to Flip Your Chips podcast. Here it's not just about the ROI in dollars, but also the ROI in life. Achieving one without the other is like a half flip coin. We're here to bridge the gap, offering tips, tools, and resources in finance and entertainment. Let's flip those chips and make every investment count. How you doing today, sis?
I'm feeling great.
Oh, hold on.
I
Hold
see the
on.
drip. I ain't even get a chick. Ah,
Hold on.
come on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Got the drip. You got the shirt drip, the water drip.
Oh, I'm representing
Let me
today.
see
I'm
real quick what you
representing.
got on.
Hold on, let me check. Let me check. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Yeah, this episode of Flip Your Chips is brought to you in part by Tide Water. You see, sis got that drip on today. I'm repping Nana today. Her birthday coming up next week, March 27th. We just got the family shirts, you know what I'm saying,
Let's
done
get
and
it. That
everything.
jump
So,
fire.
yep, shout out to Nana. Man, I'm blessed by the best. How are you?
I'm good, man. I can't complain at all. I want to hop right into it. I've been waiting for this the whole week. I be like waiting, like let's get it. So tell us, what are the tycoon tips for the week?
I will, a wise woman once said, bet on myself, I invest in the best. Counting this money, relieving my stress. Put it on God. Trust me, I'm blessed. Dripping top water, we flooded the streets. Top millionaires, you cannot compete. Hunt for the food all my niggas gonna eat. Taxing these niggas, I got it for cheap. Minding my business, I'm doing good. Top millionaires, put on for the hood. Put it on blood. That's where the shug. F with the fam, I wish a nigga would. I'm cursing right now for Ramadan, but that's a quote from my song Tide Millionaires. Make sure y'all go stream that.
Let's go.
But the line that really stands out is bet on myself, I invest in the best.
Mm.
People have asked me, um, invest. I think I said another bar, another song. I had a freestyle when I was like, investing in myself, the best money that I ever spent. If you ain't talking cash, this conversation is irrelevant. All my friends is dead. I'm out for presidents. Just go listen to Taz Tycoon. But I
Ooh,
talk a
yes.
lot about investing in me. So
Mm-hmm.
my tycoon tip is invest in yourself, have faith over fear. And I put it to you like this. A lot of times I talk to people that are handicapped, not literally, but they probably should get a handicap sign because of the way they be acting. But people will be like, I just need to get signed. I'm just waiting on somebody to put the bread. And then when you ask them, how much bread you put up? Well, I ain't got it. Why would an investor, just realistically speaking, you sit down, let's say with us here at Flip Your Chips, right? Blue Chips Academy.
Yeah.
You come to us and you say, hey, we want you to invest in and you want us to invest in your business.
Yeah.
First thing I'm gonna ask is, how much money you put up?
Right.
Because I'm gonna look at, you want to risk my money, but you don't want to risk yours. Just let's think logically, people. I
Mm-hmm.
don't think that any attractive investor is gonna find that attractive. You
No.
got to put your money where your mouth is. And I feel like if people want to see my receipts, if an investor wanted to come and invest in me right now, let me show you. I got PayPal invoices, all types of different things, because that's how much I believe in myself. So when it comes to my music, I was just telling you before we had got on this, I don't hesitate like with anything. Sometimes I feel irresponsible because of how much I'm willing to risk, but it's like I'll invest in me before I pay a bill. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, neither one of us are, so I can't tell you what to do, but having calculated risk, and just don't be afraid, have more faith over fear. Because I feel like if you were to wait 10 years for somebody to put put bread up for you and they never did, now you don't have any money put into yourself. You have no equity within yourself, and then you don't have any money from the investor. And I feel like I'm speaking to myself right now because I just recently made some personal investments. So I definitely got to put my money where my mouth is. But yeah, bet on myself, I invest in the best. Go stream Tide Millionaires. And then sometimes I listen to my music. I
Yeah.
literally had to go play that song when we got off the phone yesterday, because I'm like, how you ain't no cap in my rap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I got a lot of nice music. Ladies, ain't no cap in my rap. Y'all go check me out. You know what I'm saying? I got some nice R&B vibes. Everything I say is facts. But I'm just saying in general, I'm big on that. And I'm like, even down to blue chips, our music and everything we have going on. Like, from day one since I met you, ancestors, like I've been always putting my bread up. So when Sonny Vaccaro invested in us, and then 50 Cent invested in us, and then Robert Greene invested in us, we was on stage with Robert Greene and 50 Cent merched out. It's like, if y'all never gave that bread, we was still gonna keep, moving. And literally we doing that right now. So not to make that long-winded, but yeah, my tycoon tip would be make the best investment, invest in yourself.
That's powerful. Because a lot of times, and then also investing in yourself, it allows you to appreciate the process and the money that's going into helping you level up. You
Mhm.
feel me? It's like, for example, if you constantly giving somebody something, they don't have the same level of appreciation if you worked hard for it and you got it yourself. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And so what that does is build your character over time and make you not just a strong artist, but a strong individual that can stand on your own, regardless of who believes in you or not. You still gonna go out there and get it, like you said. So great point. That's definitely a great point.
Yeah, and lastly, before we get to the next topic, that's why I changed my rap name to Taz Tycoon. I changed it for anybody that doesn't know. I used to just go by Taz.
Yeah.
But see, Hustle passed away. Rest in peace, Nip. March 31st. I was on the fence about changing my name. I was like, I want to change it to something. And I remember it was 50 Cent and
Yeah.
Dame Dash. They were in an interview and they called him a mogul. It was two different interviews. And he was like, I ain't no mogul, I'm a tycoon. And I was like, well, what is a tycoon? A tycoon is a wealthy or a powerful person in multiple businesses or industries. And I've probably said it before on this podcast, but because we're talking about it right now, is that it makes me put my money where my mouth is. You can't call Nipsey Hussle a hustle if he ain't a hustler.
Yeah.
It's as tycoon if I ain't put that bread up, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So my name like is an extension and a reminder to continuously do that. You know, so shout out to all the tycoons out there. But yeah, let's get
Standing on business. Yeah.
into tycoon bitch. Hey, flipping my chip.
Hey.
But let's get into these flip your chips tips. What you got for me today, sis?
I want to highlight like revenge trading. Like that one, I just can't, like, I have to keep coming back to that because it's such a huge thing that can stop it can make or break you, honestly, when it comes to trading. And so I say don't take revenge trades because the market didn't take anything from you. So you shouldn't feel like you have to take anything back. Like the market is going to do whatever it's supposed to do. If
Mm,
you lost a trade, it didn't take anything from you, just lost a trade. So why do you feel like you got to take something back that was never yours in the first place? So I want people to have a full understanding that they have to separate the two. Like I always say, losing is a part of the process. We know that.
mm.
But don't feel like someone took something from you because now you feel like you got to go out and get it back. And what you end up doing is losing more than what you even started off with, if not blowing the entire account. So stay away from revenge trading because it can end your trading career as fast as you started it.
I'm not gonna hold you. You know me and my perspective, right? You know a lot more when it comes to the trading aspect, but when
Yeah.
I break it down for the everyday Joes,
Yeah.
when I hear revenge trading, it makes me. When I first heard, like when I heard you use that term before, I was like, it. Revenge is for the Lord at the end of the day. Like revenge isn't ours. Let's be very clear. But then I thought I was thinking about. We always talk about basketball, but I was thinking about. Imagine you lose an opportunity to win an NBA championship. So you say, I want to trade, I want to get traded. Like I have a revenge because I lost to the Lakers in the playoffs. So I'm about to go to the Celtics, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm about to go here. And and I don't know if that's a good example because the league ain't what it used to be anymore. It's not like when Michael Jordan stayed with the Bulls, I mean, until he went to the Wizards or Kobe. But there's a lot of people that I'm just wondering, like, is the NBA a sign of revenge trading? Like in a sense, like is it spiteful? Like like look what they did with Kyrie. I mean, Kyrie is killing it in Dallas. I love him in Dallas. Like not to make it all about basketball, but it's
Yeah.
like you got to go where you're celebrated, not tolerated. And
Yeah.
just in general, like sometimes revenge trading, when I'm hearing it on a regular level, could be, oh, my shorty did this to me. I'm about to flex on her. So my revenge is I'm going to trade the money that I used to spend doing this, and I'm about to buy all this designer, and I'm
Yeah.
about to go to the club and pop bottles. I'm looking at it in a more everyday life. Like I think you can revenge trade without trading
Yeah.
money. It could
Yeah.
be like, oh, I want to one you up. Like, oh, you did this, I'm gonna do that. And who are you competing with?
Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
end of the day, you ain't got no money, so you just out here trying to play a
Mhm.
part to spite somebody else. So I don't know, like, do you find that similar, like my example or my perspective on that, like as a mirror to what you're saying?
Yeah, no, no, for sure. Like at the end of the day, trading is just an exchange of value. Whether it's I'm exchanging this currency for this currency, or I'm gonna give me that shirt for this shirt. Let me get that watch for this chain. It's
To
just
get
your
that
trade.
girl for that girl, she got to
Exactly.
be.
Right. So the only reason why you would feel like you need to get revenge is because you feel like somebody owes you something.
Mm,
Nobody owes you anything.
mm,
And that's in anything we do in life. Like nobody owes you anything. So when you help hold yourself accountable and you focus on the things that you can control, and this
mm,
is for both life and trading, because it's all the same really when you look at it, right? You shouldn't have to feel like you should need to get back at something or make up for something. That's insecurity, that's immaturity, that's lack of understanding, that's lack of clarity.
mm.
Once you clear on the situation, revenge shouldn't even be a thought.
My good friend, shout out to E, always says, I ain't trying to compete with you. I'm trying to eat with you. A lot of times I find that people are in competition with me and I had no idea we were playing a game. I'm just like, oh,
Ooh,
that's what we're doing. Oh, I
yeah,
had no idea, my bad. Cause I was
yeah,
definitely just over here. So
yeah,
it's like mentally somebody could really be trying to one up you. But
yeah.
I say the less you show, the less they know. So you can
Mm-hmm.
like be mindful of what it is. I put it to you like this, even in relationships, right? Shannon Sharp said this on Club Shay Shay. The fact that he goes by Shay Shay just makes him tickles me. But but he was doing an interview with 21 Savage, and he said,
Yeah.
would you ever publicly be in a relationship again? And then 21 was like, yeah. And he said, what about you, Shay? He was like, nah. He said, because if I publicly get with you, I gotta publicly break up with you.
Mm.
21 was like, oh no, you got me reconsidering it. And it's
Yeah.
like everybody's not happy for you. So what my piece of advice before we go to the next topic is that don't give people something to be vengeful of. If they don't know what you have, your family, your girl, or whatever, sometimes people just want to show off their love because they're so happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been there before, and then now you think everybody's happy for you, but there's some people that's just like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I like that your girl look like this. I don't like that you got this. I don't like that you got that. So you got to be meticulous about what you're showing people
Yeah.
because like I see people like Meek Mill post a stack of money for motivational purposes only.
Yeah.
Or if you don't put that money back in your pocket, like
Mhm.
we've done that before. And look, when
Mhm.
we
Yeah.
put money out on our phone was blowing up.
Yeah.
And I look back and I'm like, to this day, I still feel like
That's
people.
not that's not the look you want though. You know what I'm saying? We was like 22 or something like
Yeah.
doing but no, like that's not the people should see the value in you, like you said, and not on you. So like trying to flex and all that, that's oh my God, it's so played out. It's so corny, it's so weak. Like
If you
for
go,
real, it irritates me now. Like and it's nothing wrong with looking nice and whatever, but do it because you want to do it, not because you trying to get the next nigga to look at you. You know what I'm saying? Or one up the next person. Like, come on, bruh. Like that's slow. That's slow. So and if I want to flex my wife or who I'm with, whatever, that's because I'm proud of her. That's I don't give a fuck if y'all like it or not. I don't care if y'all, you know, faking
Mm.
like y'all like it or not. That's none of my business. So
Yeah. That's why I think too, when they put I like that feature. I have a couple of friends that are in relationships. They'll never post them on their page, but I'm in
yeah.
their only friends. So
Yep.
it's like, I get it now. Some people feel like you're hiding me. It's like, I'm protecting you. Like that Drake line,
Mhm.
like I wasn't out from the world. I was hiding the world from my.
Right. And at the end of the day, you and your spouse or you and your person you're in a relationship with, y'all know what it is. Y'all ain't
Yeah.
got shit to prove to nobody else. And when you start letting other people in, that's when the drama start.
I,
So
I know. Trust me.
yeah.
The less you show, the less they know.
Come
But
on, bro. Yeah, let's
yeah.
move on. Let's move on to the mogul moves, man. What's the mogul moves for the week?
You be hype. I see it. I feel like I can't wait for us to start our agency with this basketball because I feel like all my mogul moves been sports related. But I want to give a major shout out to Don Stalley. She made herstory. Like, let me say,
Mm.
in Women Appreciation Month, she made
Mm.
herstory as the highest paid female Black basketball coach with a $22.4 million contract. She is
Let's
the
go.
coach for the South Carolina Gamecocks women college basketball team. Her contract includes a 1 million base salary, yearly increasing annually with an outside compensation of 1.9 million. She flipping her chips.
That's what you call a tycoon right there.
Tikoon Rich. Hey.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Have you ever heard of Don Staley before? Staley before?
Oh man, big fan. She played for UVA like that.
Yeah.
Like that. And one of her players just signed an NIL deal with Red Bull. I think she getting paid like over $1 million or something for that contract. I don't know the exact amount, but she about to get banked for that
I
job.
was going to ask you about that. I've been seeing Cam, and shout out to Cam and Mace on the Is What It Is, and Mark Jackson. Ran into him. He definitely wants to collab with us, so we're gonna be definitely sending him some of our merch and everything. Basketball legend. I keep hearing about NIL. Like I know that back in the day, it was like you couldn't give gifts and different things like that. So I'm not too privy about what that means. So like. Is that meaning that basketball college players are getting deals that they can make? Has it changed? Because Juju Ball, I love Juju Balling from USC.
Yeah,
Yeah, she going crazy. My favorite college athlete right now. But when you
yeah.
say NIL, like what is that about?
So basically, when we were in college, we couldn't get paid if like other like companies wanted to endorse us or whatever.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right.
Yep.
So now the NCAA has passed the rule or the law saying that players can now get paid for that. So you see like Angel Reese, she has like multiple NIL deals now. And it was another guy, actually an alumni that had got an NIL deal. I forgot which college it was, but he got paid after he left school. So
Oh, so if you didn't get the money then, okay, I'm about to say
yeah.
like people can collect
Mhm.
checks. What?
Yep. So the NIL basically stands for the name, image, and likeness. So that's basically saying, hey, if you rock our brand, whatever, because Reebok's picked up Angel Reese too.
Oh,
So yeah,
what?
she getting it back. She getting it back.
I saw Juju just had a wallet deal or something like that. And I love how, I don't know, like, I feel like us being basketball players, I played at UVA before I transferred to
Yeah,
Howard, played in high school, and you played at Howard,
yeah.
and played in Germany overseas. I feel like the attraction, even rest in peace, Kobe. Like Kobe was notorious for the Mambasitas and that orange hoodie sitting courtside. I feel like there's such a different appreciation for women's basketball right now. Do you feel it? Like it just like
I mean, I love it. The energy, the attention that women's basketball is getting now is it's incredible. I think it's way overdue. I ain't
Mhm.
gonna hold you. I wish the NIL was approved when we
Yeah.
were in school.
What?
I love it. But you gotta think about, look at the colleges making so much money off these college players. All they doing is taking care of their tuition and room and board. When they
Yeah.
bringing in millions, literally, some of
Mhm.
these colleges selling out arenas way more than some of these NBA teams.
And think about the
And
people
they
that don't.
pocketing all of that.
And think about the people that only stop at college. There's a lot of amazing athletes that don't get to go overseas. So imagine you did all of this work and you ain't getting no money. And then your friends go to the WNBA or they go overseas. And it's like, I feel like it's reciprocity. It's like 40 acres and a mule. Like they always say the first shall be last and the last shall be first. And I feel like right now, the way technology and different things are happening, like the way things are moving is putting the money back into the hands of the innovators and the creators. Like it's not no more corporate. Like even like they saying Disney sales are down and Netflix sales are down because YouTubers are going up right now. Like the independence is incredible. But yeah, shout out to Don Staley, shout out to Juju, shout out to Angel Reese. Who's your favorite female college basketball player right now?
Hmm.
Or if you don't got a person, you got a team. Give me one of them.
I can't think of the young lady's name, but I seen her play. I haven't really been watching women's basketball like that recently, but she's a freshman, and I think she plays for USC, but she is killing it.
Juju balling. You talking about Juju? Who I'm
Oh
talking?
yeah, 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 yeah. That's
Yeah, she got
yeah.
the
She's
street.
she is
Yo,
killing it, bruh.
what? Yo,
The
dropping like the
her.
averaging 30, like she's past Caitlin, like she's like the top scorer, like just
Yeah.
pulling up like Curry. I'm like, shorty,
It's not even a fair game. Like she just floating through that jump. Like
yo, she's dancing, like, and she
yeah,
really she from South Central LA too. Like she's
yeah,
good. So like just watching
yeah,
her energy, man. She remind me of Sonya. Like
yeah.
when Sonya used to wear her hair, and rest in peace, Sonya.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just her hair in a bun and everything like that. But yeah, Juju ball. And I was like, I mean, you described my USC freshman. That's Juju. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got the same favorite player, yo. We need to talk to everybody because she's Tide Water, yo.
Yeah.
But
Big
yeah,
fact.
so we're gonna get into the next topic. So today is a very special day. We decided after much deliberation and conversation with us and our constituents that we're
Yeah.
going to change the segment to call it Tycoon Rich. So tell us about Tycoon Rich. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Basically, guys, for you that don't, we've been doing testimonials, but the idea is that we want to empower the tycoon in you. So we want to talk about how India and the Blue Chips Academy is making people tycoon rich, just to give you some context so people know what's going on. But tell us about Tycoon Rich and how is your trading today?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm loving this transition into this segment because I feel like this time next year we're gonna have a lot of tycoons on the team, man.
Mm,
A lot
okay.
of tycoons on the team. So the overall understanding is that I want the students to have their own personal goal set, whether that's paying off their debt, whether that's saving up for a trip, getting a house, whatever that looks like, taking care of their parents or kids or whatever the case is, whatever that looks like, set your goal. Okay. What does that goal look like? How long will it take us to get to that goal? And how much money do you need to make to hit that goal? Once the students hit their own personal goal, you're now considered a tycoon and officially on the team.
Mm,
So if I need, I don't know, $10,000 for one of my short-term goals, I put 1,000 in my trading account, and let's say I hit that goal in 3 months, 2 months, I'm a tycoon because I hit my goal that I set out and said that I was going to do. And so now once you've hit that goal, now you can duplicate that and show other people how they can become tycoons as well. So it's all about a chain effect. So we want to change lives, like not just talk about it, but be about it. And yeah, so we got some students that's on track for doing that right now. This week we finished with like 16% gains.
okay.
Um, and we had like a nice bit of new students that completed their course. So they're doing their one-on-ones this week. And yeah, we're growing, man. Got some people that hit me up today saying that they want to join the course. So I'm just excited. Like I'm like more so excited. It's not even really about like the course, yes, is there to teach you, but it's what when you learn that information, how that's going to change your life. That's the biggest piece right there.
Mm,
How is this going to change my life? Do I get more time? Do I get more money? No, you get both. And
mm,
that's the end of the day. That's freedom. When you can control your time and your money, that is freedom.
mm.
So that's what's most important. And then, of course, you can do what you want from there. So yeah.
I love everything that you said. Congrats. I'm proud of
Yeah.
you. It brings tears to my eyes. You know how like you got the ASAP mob, you got like
Yeah.
ASAP for ASAP Rocky.
Uh-huh.
I wonder, like with the record label, would I have like for just for like a joke, like India Tycoon, like
Yeah.
Hustle Tycoon, like when you described your students as being tycoons, like 50 Cent has a festival called Tycoon Fest. It was
Mhm.
so empowering, and I love how you broke that down. Um, so just to be clear, right now, your students are on the trajectory to become tycoons. They're not tycoons right now, but the
Yeah.
idea is to turn your students into tycoons by helping them flip their chips.
Yep. Yep. So this week, we got some new students. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask all of them, I like to start off with at least the short-term goals because I want to make it tangible, build their confidence. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So what is the short-term goal for you in the next month, 2, 3 months? What do you want to do?
mm,
And we figure out how much that costs, and then we're going to say, okay, let's make it happen. This is the plan. This is what we need to do. We need to average this percentage per day, whatever that looks like, and let's get it done.
Before we move on to our next segment, I want to just say, guys, speaking from personal experience as Task Tycoon, yeah, I did that today. I made my investment. Well,
Let's go.
got the money, in my Bitcoin and everything
Yeah.
like that. So I am a part. I've been a student of the Blue Chips Academy. So I made my investment and I'm looking at the calendar and everything. Hopefully, like I forgot what date that we talked about,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
I can't wait to let you guys see my process. I told you guys that I hadn't been practicing, but
Mhm.
now I'm fasting for Ramadan, so I'm gonna go to masjid to pray every day at 6:15, and then once I get out of there, I'll be jumping on the call for the Blue Chips training,
Yep.
and you guys will see me right now. Just to give you guys context, because of my busy lifestyle right now, I'm going to be taking the one-on-one training, which I highly encourage you to hit India up if you need that extra training. I'll be doing that for the next 2 weeks, but because of the way my time and my schedule is with the album and everything that I have going on, I'm going to be doing the copy trading that she mentioned previously. So I am a guinea pig for you guys. I told my mom about it. I think my mom's is about to get into it as well. But yeah, we flipping our chips for real. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm already a tycoon. So what would I be
Yeah.
next? Like,
You the leader of the tycoons. That's what you are.
okay, I love that. Yes,
Mhm.
Tycoon Rich. I can't wait for y'all to see this merch too. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead to the next
Yeah.
joint.
So let's go ahead and get into the flip. All right. We understand that. I mean, it's actually a little bit abnormal because inflation and all of that, like the cost of living is just ridiculous right now, right? And so a lot of people are in survival mode right now, robbing Peter to pay Paul, trying to figure it out. Like, how do I break out of this rat race? It's just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, I'm tired of reporting to this person. I'm tired of this job. I want to focus on the things that I want to do. But how do I know, or what should I do to make this happen? Like, how do I break out of that cycle? When you hear that, what comes to mind for you, Tess?
My mom went a lot of different places, but I'll start with the pandemic. Um, I don't know. I don't believe that we had to be in the house because of this virus. I don't know if I'm not what do you call it? A conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But I look at what it did to us. Like it made things. For one, I really don't. I love people, but I don't like to. I like my solitude, and I don't really like to be around a lot of people. So I do miss the 6 feet bubble and being away from people a lot. People don't understand space, but I think during that time it crippled us. We was all laying around. I was out getting to a bag. Like I remember in 1 month during the pandemic, and I'm not talking no PPP or no unemployment. I made 10 bands in a month during the pandemic. I was going crazy, like all legit. And
Yeah.
I didn't even do the unemployment. That was the first month of the pandemic. But over time, everybody's just in the house collecting a check. And I think the idea of that was nice to people because I felt like when it was time to go back to work, no one wanted to work. It was like, no, send me that check. And what ends up happening is we got handicapped by that time. And then I think it turned us into lazy people. Like we didn't want to work anymore. So we already dreaded, we're sick and tired of going to work pre-pandemic. Now we got to go back to work after y'all been giving me free money. Like, nah, I don't want to do that. So now I'm trying to figure out what to do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it changed people's hustle. No one wants to work anymore. People don't want to do regular jobs like going to Target and things like that. But I feel like when you're in survival mode, you got to be creative. Um, like I think, like you said, we're all in survival mode. Everybody's level of survival is different. You got to think about factors like, do you have kids? Do you have to take care of your parents? Do you have a wife? Do you have a husband? Do you have a baby on the way? Are you facing an eviction notice? Everybody's survival. First, you got to just like think about what are you trying to survive? Are you trying not to get evicted? Are you trying not to get your car repoed? And then a lot of times I hear people saying, all right, I don't have to pay the credit card. People are sacrificing their credit score. You know what I'm saying? I've done that before because I'm just like, well, you can't kick me out my credit. Like you could take the credit back, but I'll pay for it. Like sometimes I felt like when I was in survival mode, I don't know if I made the best decision. Like I need my car. Do I pay for the car? Like, or even trying to figure out payment plans. And then these bill collectors, they pressure you. You know, you'll tell somebody, I can only afford 100. Well, the minimum is 3. And we need to put you on auto pay. I can't automatically make payments on something I ain't got. So it's like really just having faith that, and that's to whatever you believe, whatever your religious background or spiritual belief is, having faith that if God allowed it to happen, then it was for your betterment. Everything that I was struggling with in survival mode when it was fresh, I appreciate it in hindsight now because it let me know that my comfortability, like I live in LA, is expensive, but I've risen. You've seen me over the past few years just keep rising and rising. And I literally just had a situation yesterday that made me reevaluate. Like I need to take a risk because I need some money right now. And I was going to ask you this, right? I was talking to a friend, right? She Instacarts, and she works at a grocery store. When I was telling her about Flip Your Chips and about how, the ideas that we're teaching people financial literacy and entertainment and education. But Flip Your Chips isn't just about like if you own a restaurant and you're trying to flip your restaurant and turn that into a movie theater. Flip Your Chips could be, I work Uber and I'm taking that money and I'm trying to get out of survival mode. So I need to put that money into the Blue Chips Academy. Like, and hopefully I'm not all over the place. Like, how would you advise like a everyday person that is in survival mode trying to figure out how to flip their chips if all they know is Uber or all they know is Instacart or all they know is this one thing? And it's like, I'm afraid because I really need to pay this bill, but this is my only source of income.
Mm. So that's a really good question, because I feel like a lot of people contemplate with this topic. I was watching a sermon over the weekend. Shout out to Keith Battle.
Adam
Um,
Sandler?
yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, that was a good one. Dun-dun-dun-dun.
And he was talking about having a river and then having streams. And so your river is your main job, the source that consistently pays you, keeps your bills paid, things of that nature. And then your streams is like your multiple ways that you can make money outside of that. So your streams should be connected to your purpose, right? And your job should too, but that's not always the case. You know, it just depends on if you want to be an entrepreneur, if you want to have a career, right? But it's important to never get rid of your base, your real job until your streams have replaced your main job. Now, a lot of people say, well, I don't have the time. Like by the time I get home, I gotta take care of the kids, I gotta cook dinner, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. You gotta make time. Whether that's getting up early in the morning before you got to get everybody else ready, or that's late at night after everybody is put to bed and everything like that, then you got to set aside time for that. And then I would say put yourself in a position where like that extra stream, it allows you to have flexible time, right? Because being subjected to another part-time job on top of the job that you already had, which is probably stressing you out in the first place, that's not a good look. Versus, okay, let's say I'm a music artist and I want to pay for, all the things that I have aligned in the near future, right? So I have my main job. Once I'm done my main job, now I'm clocking into my next job, which is my music. Now it's not necessarily clocking in, but I'm scheduling that the same way I schedule to go make my other money. How I'm gonna have this to make real money if I'm not doing the same thing I'm doing with this. You see what I'm saying? So you have to continuously do that until your streams start to build up to now it's making consistent income for you and you can take care of yourself, and now you don't need your real job.
Mm.
But it's going to take a lot of sacrifice of your time in order to make that happen until that replaces your real job.
That was well said. I feel like I can resonate with that a lot. Right now, as you guys know, I'm fasting for Ramadan and going back to basketball. If any of y'all saw that clip of Kyrie Irving, he played against the defending NBA champs, the Nuggets, and he had a game-winning left-handed. He's right-handed, but he's all-handed. Like Kyrie's my favorite player, like him and D. Rose. But they asked him at the end, how challenging was it for him to play during Ramadan? He said, I don't think about the challenge. I think about the beautiful journey and my connection with Allah.
Mm.
Now, the reason I became Muslim last year was because of the discipline. You know how disciplined I am, praying 5 times a day. And I remember listening to Tahir Wyatt say, he's a speaker that I love to follow. And I'll send you some of his clips. He said, people always say Islam is hard, but it's actually setting you up for life. If you had a job that said you had to be there at 5 a.m., you'd get up and get the money. But why don't get up and pray? Because the person that woke you up to pray is the reason you're able to go and get the money. He said, so if you really look at Islam, it's teaching you how to get up early. It's teaching you how to continuously renew yourself and pray and cleanse yourself throughout the day. And it's telling you to go to bed early. Kevin Gates was in an interview recently, and he was like, yeah, people say I'm boring because I don't smoke and I don't drink. I had someone recently say to me, let's go get drinks. I'm like, why everybody want to get me intoxicated? Why isn't my sobriety attractive enough? And I say this to just call people out on their vices. I think a lot of the distractions could be women. It could be because right now for Ramadan, I'm fasting from all things, people, select people. I'm not watching any content. I haven't seen I miss BMF. I ain't gonna hold you. I haven't watched any TV. I'm only reading my Quran. Like that's all I'm reading is my Quran. And you sent me the Adams Family sermon, anything spiritual, like how to be a Muslim, like literally like practicing what I preach, because I wanted to feel what it was like. And then when I do cut on my phone and I do get on Instagram here and there, I'm like, so toxic because I'm not limiting the distractions. A lot of us are distracted, and that's the real reason why you think that you don't have the time to make the time. Like how I said yesterday, I wasn't making an excuse to you, but I said, you know what? Instead of doing what I typically do, I'm gonna go pray at Mass at 6:15, and then I'm gonna jump on the Blue Chips Academy with you at 6:30 because I need a change in my life right now. So I would say tell people, get a piece of paper and audit your time. Write down everything that you're doing. Because look at Beyonce, look at Michael Jackson, look at the greats. We all have the same 24 hours. So he who says he can and he who says he can, they're both right. As a man thinketh, so is he.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's right on point. Like, I like the distraction piece that you was talking about. Because
Mm,
the bottom line is, if you really want to understand what's important to someone, what's
mm.
important in their lives, look at where they spend their time and look at where they spend their money. That'll tell you everything you need to know.
Woo. Well,
If you say, I'm gonna show up for you, I'm gonna be there for you, da 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 da. Okay. Did you make time to make it happen? Or did you just talk about it?
you're gonna
I'm
find
a
out. Find that
yeah. I'm gonna invest in me. I'm gonna get this course, or I'm a get this book or whatever. Did you get the book, or did you use that money for something else? That
mm,
something else was more important. It's literally that black and white.
mm,
People try to like make no, it's literally that black and white.
mm,
So when you sit down and you ask yourself, how bad do you want to change your situation?
no
If you
sacrifice.
want to change your situation, put yourself on a schedule every day when you get home from your regular job. And now you start to invest in yourself and figure out how to really
Go
focus on it. If
tips.
you want to be an art, right? If you want to be an artist, put put some time aside to focus on your music. If you want to be a teacher, if you want to be I don't
Tycoon.
know, if you want to start a business, whatever it is, you need to set aside time every day. And it doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like, it can be an hour, hour and a half, because at the end of the day, you still got to get your rest, right? But I'm sure you spend an hour maybe watching TV. Standing on business, Tycoon rich. Look at my chips. So after you get home from work, you probably watching TV, on the phone, doing whatever it is that's not conducive to making more money or changing your situation. And that's the problem. You have to make time if you want to open up more time for yourself. If you want more time for your life, you have to sacrifice time. Whatever you want more of, you have to sacrifice it for a certain period of time. All
That's
right.
like Ramadan,
So that's
like
really
right
the
now.
basis of it. Mm-hmm.
Like,
What'd you say?
I would say that's just like fasting and Ramadan right now. This
Yeah.
month, I sent you a video of Mufti Menk. He's one of my favorite
Mm-hmm.
speakers. And Ramadan is to recalibrate your habits. So right
Mm-hmm.
now, this is indicative of that. I'm literally a vessel of that. I'm not watching regular TV. I'm not listening to secular music because I know that the purpose and what it is and my mission in this life is to make my dreams come true. So I might have to sacrifice people. I got to sacrifice vices. I got to sacrifice time. Jay-Z had a quote where he said, if you're everywhere, you nowhere. Not to cut across you, but it's like when you say
No,
phone,
you did.
that it's like you can see just from your experience with me in Ramadan, what have you noticed as a person that you've seen sacrifice? Because we're not preaching to the choir. Like as my sis and our interactions, have you noticed a difference in me just from the things that I've given up for Ramadan?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you're a lot more like lighter, like your spirit is just always upbeat. It seems like your mind is very clear, and you're just like 10 times more disciplined on everything that you were already doing. It just elevated. And I
Yeah.
can tell that you're really connecting with God because of that clarity. You know what I mean? When you, like you said, take out those distractions and everything else, you can hear and you can feel God more than anything. So honestly, it's been inspiring to watch you go through this process and see like the level of growth within this short period of time. So yeah.
And I think we got about 2 weeks left. And the last 10 days of Ramadan are all of Ramadan is great, but the last 10 days are incredible. I know this is random. I just felt on my spirit to say this. Rest in peace to my friend Fat G's. He's a Muslim brother of mine. Not biological brother, but a friend of mine that I knew in Philly, an amazing rising artist. And he was recently killed a senseless act of gun violence. He just released a song called No Gun Zone. And his brother was a basketball player that, could have went to the NBA. He's a college athlete. And it's death is sad, not to make this somber, but the person that is fasting during this time, the sacrifices, we all got to return to Allah eventually. But for those of you that don't know, please go check him out, support him. PNB Rock was a good friend of mine as well. Any rapper that's passed away from gun violence has been crazy. It's just hit me a little bit differently. I didn't know Pop Smoke, I didn't know King Von, but when you know these people and you're running around, I say all this to say, some of the Muslims that I follow, Kevin Gates, Davies, PNB Rock, a lot of them have said that their lives changed when they put Islam first. And I'm a testimony. I can't even express to you guys on this phone right now all of the blessings that I've received. And I would also say just remain stoic. Don't get too high on the highs and don't get too low on the lows. And whatever you can fast from doesn't have control over you. So you may think you're in control, but if you can't let it go, and let me say this too, when it comes to people don't belong to you. That might be your child, that might be your wife, that might be your mom, but they're not yours. They belong to Allah. You cannot possess people. So sometimes you have to let go of people and let go of things for you to further appreciate it. But at the end of the day, there's no U-Haul behind a hearse. You can't take any of it with you. Let's be clear. And one of the things that they talk about in Islam is that the whole purpose, they call this dunya, is this life. The whole process is to get back to God. I heard this interview with Chance the Rapper. They asked him, what's your biggest goal in life? He said, to make it to heaven. And when you say something like that, your actions got to support the journey that you're trying to make it to. So just be mindful of that. And like I said, everything in moderation. Like you could fast from meat. It can be food. It can be cigarettes. It could be whatever. But the idea is that after Ramadan, maybe you know, where there's no perfect human, but maybe you'll be just a little bit closer to God and you'll understand that it was all worth it, because Ramadan isn't just about giving up food. I didn't know that. My ignorance let me think that I was just not eating. It's so much more deeper than that. Like for 12 hours a day, I'm not eating and drinking. But what I've experienced, like, makes me want to fast at least once a month. So if you want to really speed your life up, fast.
Yeah.
Slow down and fast.
For sure. For sure. And that's very important, you know, having some type of spiritual foundation as you try to, you know, fight through your survival mode and put yourself in a better place. It all starts with, you know, your higher source, you know, whether you believe in God, Allah, or whatever you believe in, it starts there because he puts everything in position, elevate. It's already done. But if we're not doing the work, God can't provide. And that's just the bottom line. So do the work, focus on the things that, like you said, that you want out of life, and make that your priority just as much as you make everything else your priority. And you'll see things start to change for you.
Yes, listen, this today has been an epic episode. Survival mode. Like I said, if you guys want to get out of survival mode and you want to become tycoon rich, make sure you go to bluechipsacademy.com and make sure you sign up and use our promo code. What's our promo code against this?
Flip your chips, baby. Not baby, but flip your chips.
Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and also too, you know, let them know as well. There's a separate channel where you can learn about trading. I'm not sure if we've actually announced it here, but let people know where they can follow you and your trading journey, like revenge trading and things like that.
Yes. So I just recently released a series on YouTube. It's called Trading Psychology. It's a series that talks about the things that traders struggle with in their day-to-day processes. So follow Blue Chips Academy at YouTube, and you'll be able to tap into all of that. Blue Chips Academy.
Yes. In addition to that, make sure you follow me on YouTube at Tasmania Show. I'm back blogging, you know what I'm saying? Music videos dropping, music dropping. Check out my new single, Agua. Shout out to C Cash. It's a fire song right now. And also too, we will be releasing our merch very soon. We're going to be connecting it to our YouTube channel. So for those of you that have been asking, a lot of major things are coming down the pipeline. But if you want to know more, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your post notifications, and we will see you next Thursday at Flip Your Chips. Let's grow!
Let's grow! Let's go. I love you too.
Flipping my chips, I'm getting rich.